Hello everyone, this is a video about whistling with your throat. So for some context, a couple of years ago I posted a very short 9-second video titled "Can you whistle with your throat?" And in this video I just was whistling with my throat in the middle of the forest for a couple of seconds, and this video, well, got more views than I expected, and to my great surprise there was a lot of people in the comments saying things like, "Oh my god, I thought I'm the only one." So I was reading through these comments the other day, and I thought that it's very funny that we kinda created a little community there in the comments of people who can whistle with their throat, and they thought that they were the only ones, because it's so freaking rare. Personally, I don't think I know anyone who can do it. Maybe like one person saw me do it and learned to imitate that, so I know it can be, in fact, a learned skill. So this video is not really going to be a tutorial as such, because I don't really quite understand how this thing works like, because it's so rare. There is like no sources on this that I could find online. So hopefully we are going to, you know, be a little like trailblazers here. So if you can do with your throat, then please just leave a comment and let's discuss how you learned it, how you discovered it, how you feel it, and maybe, you know, we can figure out something pretty cool together. Alright, so let's start at the beginning. I discovered that I can throat whistle by accident. I'm personally a trained throat singer, actually a professional throat singer at this point, and this is not really related to throat singing, it's really just like a whistle, like, but you do it with your throat. And there's, yeah, I just discovered it by accident. I think I was just like doing something very physical and I was like sighing, you know, like, and I had this like tension in my throat, in my muscles, and I just wanted to release that tension with air, like, you know, but with no voice, like, and I found that you can sometimes do this a little whistle, and I started to play around with that sound. It was very difficult to be able to do it consistently at the beginning, and then the longer I would practice it, the more sustainable technique it would become. I have to also say here that I am also someone who is interested in the world of beatboxing, and well, beatboxers are people who basically devote their entire lives to learning weird noises with their mouth, with their whole vocal apparatus. And I'd like to say that I feel like someone who knows quite a bit about beatboxing, even though I'm not really a good beatboxer myself, and I don't think I ever heard a beatboxer who would use this specific noise. So if you are a beatboxer, this video could be very interesting for you, potentially. Alright, so what I know about this throat whistle technique so far. Some things have to be said. This technique does not involve lips in any way. They don't really change anything. And teeth are also not generating any noises here. It's purely like here, you know, in the throat, and I would say like in the upper section, probably around false folds, I guess, because the way I would describe it is when you have like a glottal stop, like, you know, when you constrict your throat to the point where you cannot really talk much, you know, it's just like, it's similar to throat singing actually. You constrict and try to speak through it, and eventually you get throat singing. And in this case, it's not the case. We don't want to project vocals through this tension, we just want to project some air. And what's important, that tension in the throat, like you would use it for throat singing, is only present at the beginning of the sound. So when you're trying to make this noise, you have a little bit of tension in your throat, and then you project air through it, and it's very important that the tension goes away the second you basically start to project more air. So a little tension, projecting air, and tension goes away. And what you have to do at this point is to maintain the pressure of your air with your diaphragm, you know, with your belly, all right? And it has to be quite stable. If the air fluctuates, like, you know, it's wobbly, then it's not really going to work great. Like, you know, you can kind of make this like wobbly noise, but it's not going to be loud, it's not going to be very consistent. So stable stream of air, as stable as you possibly can. And also, it's different type of exhaling than, like, for example, when you are playing wind instruments, or when you are blowing a candle, you are using this, you know, kind of blowing technique. This is also not really the case. This is more like when you want to have some of that warm air, right? There's less air that you can actually use for this. It's more open. It's more like the throat is open for this, basically. You know, this is the thing that you do when you have glasses or some other like glass screen and you want to have some steam on it to wipe it, right? You know, it's the same thing. Now I cannot see anything. And this is the type of blowing technique you want to use for that. It's terrible. So, this type of air. And yeah. Also, what I learned is that there is not really a lot of tonal range to this technique. Like, you can kinda do a little bit of pitch bending, but realistically speaking, it's not going to be like, you know, lips whistling where you can just play melodies like, you know, there is not that range in this case. However, what is nice about this technique is that it's super weird, and also it can be very loud. It can be quite loud. Not as loud as tooth whistle or this finger whistle that I cannot do, but it is definitely a lot louder than lips whistle. Another thing that I can say is that when you're trying to figure it out and you're struggling, clearing your throat can help quite a bit. So before you're trying to make an attempt to make this noise, just clear your throat. And like sometimes when you can no longer do it, like there's just something not clicking quite right, try to clear your throat. And you can make very crisp, loud noise just right after clearing your throat. So about that tonal range, I will try to do some bending. You can pitch bend about like full note, a bit more than that. I cannot really say, it's not a lot. Yeah, I also tried to add some trill technique to it, like with some R's, like R sound or R sound, like with French R, with your uvula. Though it's very difficult, I managed to do it a couple of times and it was very fun. But I cannot really replicate it right now. Trust me, I tried just a second ago. One other tip I think I can say for this technique is that when you start with this Pah sound, like Pah, 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 and take away the voice from it, Pah, 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 Pah. And if you are able to kinda already do this sound with the Pah sound, you can also make a pretty crisp, sharp throat whistle. Not always the greatest, but it can definitely help to figure it out. Alright, I think that's pretty much everything I have to say right now in regards to the throat whistle. I really hope that if you can do this technique, you will leave a comment down below and tell me something about how you found it and how you do it and what you can do with it, because honestly, this is like uncharted territory right now. Like, pretty much no one can do this, right? As far as I'm concerned. So let's let's try to talk about this. Let's make this little community thing of people who research throat whistling, because I believe we may be on the brink of discovering a very fun vocal technique that not many people know really exists. So if you enjoyed this video, even though it was very weird, please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to this channel. I know I'm not posting much recently because I'm fully focused on my other project, which is called Stwór. This is a musical project that I have with my wife, and we make fun pagan folk throat singing Viking music. And if that sounds good to you, you will find the links in the description of this video and in the pinned comment probably also as well. And yeah, even though I'm not really posting much on this channel recently, I am planning to do so. I'm really trying. We have a lot of work going on, but I really will try to make some fun content around here on this channel as well. Also, exciting news. I can finally teach you how to throat sing kinda in person. Basically, we recently started our Patreon with the musical project Stwór with my wife. And the cool bonus thing we added to that Patreon is that people who actually support us there will get private tutoring in regards to throat singing from me, mainly via Discord or just private messages. And I need to clarify here, this is not like a school of throat singing or something like that. It's not like very serious, it's more casual. And like, if you want to just like send me your voice messages or videos of you throat singing and you are looking for some guidance, for some tips, I can definitely help with that. So if that sounds good to you, just head to our Patreon, also in the description. Old Spirit plan is what you're looking for, or above if you are wealthy enough, and I will do my best to help you to figure out everything I know about throat singing. Yeah, that's about it. We are also releasing a cool Viking single with nice throat singing in it next Friday. If you want to give it a listen, also head to Stwór. We have Spotify and things like that, and Bandcamp. We can actually listen to it early on Bandcamp if you don't like Spotify for reasons. Then yeah, see ya there, and bye.